Truth Syrup because your lifestyle matters. I'm Charlene Pignon and I want to try something new with you this week that has been placed in my heart for quite some time now. I've really appreciated all of the comments you've left me. It really truly inspires me to just keep going. So if you like what I'm going to propose to you today, please let me know. I would love to hear your comments about it. Once a month, I want to have a segment called Real Talk with Char, in where I share lifestyle tips or even lifestyle lessons that I've learned throughout the month. Because the truth is, I don't have it all together. And newsflash, no one does. I thought it would be a great idea to help others through my own life lessons. And it's always good to look back at these videos and see how much I've grown as a person, right? It's always good to reflect. Today we're going to be talking about the value of seasons. I know what you're thinking about already. You mean like summer, spring, winter, fall? Maybe not in that order, but yes, you understand what I mean. It's somewhat like that, but more towards the seasons of life. First, let's look at the definition of seasons. According to Webster's dictionary, it is a time characterized by a particular circumstance or feature. Circumstance is what you want to look at there. Have you ever been in a time in your life where you just feel that everyone is getting ahead, or you're just gradually walking through or in the same place? The worst mistake you can do is comparing yourselves to others. Everyone has a different circumstance, just like everyone is living through a different season. And in the end, we all learn differently. But you're probably asking yourself, what season am I currently in? If you're taking notes, the first thing you're going to put is identify your season and live through it. There's seasons of learning, there's seasons of harvesting, and there's even seasons of waiting. One way to identify your season is to take time to reflect on your goals and what it is that you want to accomplish. For example, I graduated in May, so I had basically a very long season of learning. I had almost like 4 years of learning. I'm in what you can call right now the time of waiting. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I was going through a month where I just felt that all of my friends were getting jobs. All of my friends were getting the dream job that I've always wanted. And the worst thing I could have done was comparing myself to them, because their walk is not the same as my walk. Just like their season is not the same as my season. My season right now is maybe just for you guys, maybe for the Truth Syrup. So instead of constantly looking back or constantly comparing myself, I'm not wasting time. And I'm just gonna focus on what matters most right now, which is what I've always wanted to do. I always wanted to do the Truth Syrup. So instead of trying to live through other people's seasons, I identified my own season of waiting. And I'm enjoying it because I won't get it back. Second tip is use your setback as a symbol of growth. You have two choices. Either you live through your setback and never learn from it, or just move forward, find the life lesson through it all, and become a stronger person. This just happened to me last week. I had what you can call an editing nightmare. Through the recording of For the Love of Chocolate, as most of you have seen it, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's a very educational and inspirational talk on the misconceptions of chocolate. So I set up my tripod, I set up my camera, I make sure John knows the points, and everything went great. The interview went amazing, it was very conversational, we had a great talk. But I forgot one thing, to fix the aperture levels. The video came out wider than Casper. At that point, I had two choices. Drown in my sorrow, lock up myself in my room, eating ice cream, all while listening to Adele. 'Cause I've been by myself all night long. Or I can take the nightmare and learn from it. What ended up happening is that I sharpened my editing skills. I learned how to lower the brightness, something I never learned in school. And the way I saw it is that I'm glad this happened to me now than in a real job. There's a reason why everything happens. By learning from your setback, you become stronger and ready to take on other obstacles. Our third tip is don't trip over the same rock. I just learned this right now, guys. If you notice something different in my hair or lipstick, this is because I had to stop and wait another 30 minutes for this camera to charge. I used it to take pictures for my friend on her baptism on Saturday, and I completely forgot to charge it last night. Thankfully, I don't have anything else planned for today because I just spent 2 hours filming this segment. But instead of clouding my head with all these negative thoughts, like my day's ruined, I should just stop doing the Truth Syrup, failure at life, I took a step back and ask myself, okay, what are my solutions here so this doesn't happen to me again, so I don't trip over the same rock? Simple answer is do what any other adult does. Set a reminder on my Siri to charge my camera the night before any type of shooting because I really have horrible memory, guys. The last and fourth tip is actually something that's against all of popular belief. Don't be a jack of all trades. Take your time with each task. Dedicate yourself to one thing at a time. Can you imagine if I would have done the truth syrup, train my clients, finish school, and own a business? I mean, I have no doubt that I couldn't have done that. But the truth is, it is impossible to give your 100 in each and every task. My mom always told me, and I'm sure you've heard the saying plenty of times as well, if you're gonna do something, do it right. If not, don't do it at all. Well, that saying is very true. Not only will you be miserable trying to do it all or just pleasing everyone, you miss the fun of it, which is growing as a person, seeing life differently, and overall, just becoming a happier person. By becoming a happier person, you have a happier life. And when you're happy, there is nothing or anyone in this world that can stop you from fulfilling your dreams. It's like my pastor said, when you are constantly looking backward or just dwelling in your past, how can you expect to move forward? It's like a race. You're running, you're moving forward, and as you're looking back at other people's lives, your past mistakes, and you're looking back, everything else is getting ahead. So do yourself a favor and don't waste time. Live your life. It's like the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and in your way of thinking. Thank you for joining us. Till next time.